You're gonna work? Hopefully. I don't know. There we go. So it's definitely running now. I think. I don't know. Yeah. It's showing the avatar. I do need to move the avatar because I recall before it was better off on the right than it on the left than it was on the right. So there we go. And that should be good. So we can go start this. The what's it, real mystery party wagon will be tested to see how it performs. And I don't have the avatars open. I can connect these while it's loading in. Coast USA time trial. And then I will be trying to drive it. That's odd. Stream seems to go down. Is it loading still? Yeah, it is. I just had to make sure because it appeared it like completely just dropped connection. And Beam sometimes does this. Give it a moment. It'll recover. Trust. There we go. It has somewhat recovered. I mean, it takes a while to load, and I'm not on a hard drive or anything. Might have to turn the headphones on. Why is there like little... Someone's eaten me car. Someone's eaten me car. There's holes in it. They literally look like bite marks. What's going on there? Makes a lot of exhaust gases. I'm not sure. It's like, I would say it's running out of tune, but I tried my hardest to make this engine actually tuned and working. Just trying to adjust these headphones so they're not so loud in my ear. That seems okay. Yeah, it's very noisy. Can't say I dislike it though. If we go... Need bonnet cam, I think. This is probably the best since there's no interior. This is a pretty nice course, I think. I've given it 4 laps, and I will be doing the same thing with the other one, the other vehicle. There we go. I mean, it always surprises me just how good this is over bumps for a very firmly sprung car. Feels strange. It feels almost like it's got no power. I don't know if it's because it's not got incredible torque and it's like expected to go uphill. Come on. Feels like you have to be in the right gear on this particular circuit. Just like almost it's got no torque kind of ordeal. I guess it is a kind of heavy vehicle. That's probably why. Oof. Gonna have to get on the brakes a little here. Probably gonna have to slow down into a lower gear. I think if we take it into second, it is downhill here, so it's not as bad as like trying to push the thing uphill. I do like driving this though. On the tarmac, it's lovely, but oh dear, I kind of messed that up. But it's okay. I didn't wreck the car. I can always go full out attack on other vehicles. Gonna go into second gear because it's uphill. Seems you have to go in a lower gear. I could have done that a lot worse. Look, I know it's kind of thrown this lap away, but I'm going to accept that. I managed somehow to avoid hitting anything. Maybe because of the carbon ceramic brakes it's got. I somehow doubt the other one with drums on the front and rally cross-ply tyres could match this, but that thing is going to be better in the straights and likely better over the bumps because of just how it's set up. Come on. 4th gear. That's weird. It's like the engine noise just cut out. It might be to do with the power curve. That's not perfect, even with everything I've done to try and make it drive a little better. You see, it seems to have no grunt. I mean, I think it's the uphills, to be honest, and we've got under 200 horsepower, so it's not incredibly powerful, despite the fact it feels like it should make a lot more power. Come on, third gear, come on. I just about carried it. It seems if I can carry the speed, third gear is just about good enough, but man, it's hard to carry that kind of speed when you're going uphill at around some like 90-degree corners. Gonna have to go to second here. It's just too steep. Like, I'm really going full attack as much as I can. Third gear. Oh dear. Those are leaf springs, I think. Not liking me. For the most part, it's fine, but you could just feel then it was like the leaf springs were not giving me the support I really wanted. Third gear. I feel like I could probably leave it in third because it's downhill, so... Yeah, it feels pretty sorted. Like, it's taking the bumps. It doesn't seem to be grenading itself. It still drives well, despite everything. Fourth gear. I mean, again, there's an odd dip of noise, which is strange. I'm going to want to go into second. No ABS, so that really hit me there. I think I managed to pull it through, though. Should probably brake earlier. Like, it doesn't generally lock the brakes up, despite the total lack of ABS. So, I don't mind the lack of ABS as much as I thought I would. Come on. We've got to, oh dear. Should probably not have needed to shift into fourth there. Third is a generally pretty good gear, unless you're on the really steep parts. Seems a lot of the time though I end up between gears and I'm having to shift at kind of uncomfortable comfortable moments. There we go. Second gear is holding the speed pretty good in second. Okay. That's good to remember for the future. Probably going to go a lot quicker here than my last lap. Gonna slow down. Third I think is fine here if I take it aggressively enough. Oh dear. You've got to kind of steer in and then go out. I think I'm going to have to shift to second here. Like, it's just such a complicated thing to drive this quickly. I think I shifted at the right moment there to try and hold a bit of torque. Come on. Like, this thing has performance limits. It does handle well, but at times I hit the limits and it is very disconcerting. And I think it is mainly the leaf springs on the back. Everything else seems just fine. I'm not sure what he was saying there. Like, did the engine shut off but then quickly re-enabled itself? The downhill really saves me in third gear there, because I go a bit slower, but because it's downhill, there's not really much consequence. Fourth gear. Gonna have to brake early, as I said, because of a total lack of ABS. There's only so much I can do. Should not have been in third. Kinda made it work. I think fourth lap is probably going to be quick. Hopefully I'm not on fourth lap and I haven't realised. Oof. Oh dear. I have damaged it now. So I may not be gaining any extra time. I don't know, something's off about the wheel now. It just feels bent, so I may still be able to carry incredible speed without it being perfect, but I just fear what's going to come of this wheel actually being in such a state. Second gear up here, even though it's steep, second gear will carry me quite well. Turn in fairly nice and early. Keep in second, and then I will shift up. I go across the line. Fourth gear. Gonna shift down to third here. Totally. Just give it a good amount of space to work with, and third should be okay. Same here. Give it the space it needs, and I should be able to carry through in third. Gonna have to shift down to second for this next corner, because I'm gonna lose too much speed with the hill and everything if I don't. I do feel like I'm going fast, but yes, the wheel or something is bent. That's not gonna be optimal, I'll be honest here. Oh, come on. Yep, there we go. Oh dear. It might help. I mean, having it slightly beaten up. Probably won't, though. I don't know. It's doing, what, my summer car van things. And just getting unstable at speed. So what we've got to do here, I think we kind of turn in there, try and carry as much speed. That was actually pretty good. I did have a bit of a lift, but I generally carried some very good speed through there. Gonna go into second gear because this is a steep hill. I don't know how quick this lap is going to be, because I did have to slow down just because the car was getting, like, thrown about by the bumps in a way it wasn't quite before, just because it was, so messed up with, like, the suspension. Something's happened with it. There we go, turn in nice and early there to try and carry the speed into fourth gear, which we won't stay in for long, but we kind of have to keep the speed going. Go into second. Second turn in, and we go for it. Let's see, what was our fastest lap there? What was the car like? So we have got 806 in total. Okay, that's like all the times for cars ever. Got a Boot Grand National, which we almost competed with. It's beaten Boaty McBoatface, at least when I drove this around here. So our worst lap is not great. Our best lap is pretty good. We actually did some pretty consistent laps there. I think that was the first lap most probably, and I weren't sure about pushing it. But we have got it finished around here. That was a lap. So we'll see. It does say marked next to it. This was a wheel mystery party wagon. Now we're going to change the config, and we will see what the other one does. If I can ever find where it is, I struggle to find my own cars oft times, so, you know, let's see how it goes. The Legrand 2 I built. It was a little project. I mean, I don't know. I might have to just search for it because I can't find it, so it's car RS. No? Oh dear. I realised I have done something very stupid. Very stupid, so just stay with me for a moment. I'll have a look on the PC's files. I moved it out of Car RS Frog Edition. Ah, there it is. So I found the file. But where is the mods? If I open Steam, I don't know, like content. I may have found it. Like, if this works, I don't know. I've just thrown it in the file, so let's see. Nope. I'm gonna have to go into automation and export it again because I've done a dumb thing. Like, we have one car in here, but still. Come on, automation. Make everyone watch me export it, indeed. I do have to do something which is not good for entertainment at all. I mean, there is the other wheel one that's still there, but the Bob the Brick, that does not handle well at all. The other two actually do handle quite well. Bob the Brick was the first time, and I didn't let the wheel have as much control as I should have, and then it didn't come out as well, surprisingly enough. Come on. Now automation has frozen up. But everything else is working, so all is good. Got a car designer. Here it is. I should have been prepared, but I wasn't. Anyway. Let us see. We can export it. I'm on the correct one, yes. At least now this isn't going to take too long. Now I'm in automation. And then we can go back to Beam and then load everything in again. And this is just not good for me. I'm going to spend more time actually loading the cars in than I am actually playing the game. I could just have a random wheel appear. Look, a wheel. Number 1. I have no idea what that means now, but I loaded in a wheel to keep things vaguely entertaining. I guess it means I'm number 1. Yes, I'm totally going with that. So we will be testing this vehicle now. I have the image, but I don't have the actual file in the game until I've just done it. Things are going down here. And I'm not managing my layers properly in OBS. Anyway, we have, hopefully everything we should have to go. It's one of those things, stopping the stream and everything for a mild hindrance. It takes some time, but ultimately, I believe we were on this one, street course 1. So we have 4 laps as per before. It should be, yeah, there is. It is now in the game. I messed up my files on the PC, and that's why it wasn't working. So now it is working. All should be good. Let's just hope it doesn't take as long to load in as before. I mean, I could even compare them to some other kind of car, which maybe would be interesting. Just a generally well-tuned car that I can find that not sits in the same class, but just something that feels comparable. At least if we get the lap times, I do honestly believe this is going to be quicker than the other one around here. And the other one just has the 4x4 system, and it's lighter, and it has power as well. I would say today things didn't go as well in terms of performance car, but we built something that handles very well. So who knows, maybe that car will make up for it with the cornering just being incredible. It didn't feel that quick, but another thing here, we have the same type of transmission, but that had 8 gears, this only has 3, and I believe they go to a higher top speed. That's not what you really want. I don't know about, I think I can just leave the audio the same and it should be okay. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of changing the camera here, but... Oh, you can see the lights. Oh, you can feel this transmission. It definitely has the overall better engine, the less balked of the 2 engines, but... Yeah, the transmission is off. There we go, we're going to attack... Oh, dear. Look. I haven't destroyed the car. You can see the damage on the front. Thankfully, I think, just done some cosmetic damage. It was a fairly straight-on hit, and this is an automation car, which means they're generally tougher. Yeah, the other one, I got so used to it being predictable, though. This is not predictable to that level. Granted, the all-wheel drive kind of lulls you into a false sense of security because it has very good off-the-line traction. I would say even better than that other one, which was already not that bad at all. But then, oh dear, oh dear. Again, look, I think that was a fairly head-on hit, but I can't rely on this forever. Yes, the thing is driving, and it's driving pretty good. I have to be careful. I believe this has straight-line speed on the other car, just because of the incredible, like, 100 or so horsepower power difference. And it even has ABS, but the other one was just set up so well around the corners that despite its flaws, it kind of made up for them. I feel like if I take another hit, I'm really putting this car at risk. So I now have to be extremely careful. It's just not as predictable. I mean, cross-ply tyres are probably not going to help. And even though they are technically like of the race variety, we're not looking at like slicks. And none of these cars have slicks. The others had sport tyres. The other had sport tyres, which for the power level and the width of the tyres was more than good enough. I mean, I'm going to say that and this thing's going to fly. I think it was a 156 was like the best time of the other car. Yeah, the other one was in second gear at lowest and this is not. There we go, we had a bit of slide just due to the suspension doing its stuff. This is on better suspension. This is on double wishbone rear and like, what's it called, push rod on the front. So just a generally better setup. You've not got leaf springs on this, so it would be very interesting if it lost despite such an advantage. Somehow managed to keep it together there. I don't want to shift into second there. I think that will just mess it up. I kind of have to manage the braking points and everything, so it's just at the top of first gear. Go into second here. But I have to lift off. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. I'm trying, I'm sorry. I messed it up. I think it hit the front there. But I don't know, as I say, I was being so careful to try and carry some speed there. And although this is generally better than the other car, I think, for speed, and I think I'm going to go quicker, I just don't trust the thing. Like, it feels that close to just completely messing up the whole vehicle's structural integrity. Oh, hello. I'll check the chat properly in a moment. I can see the message there, though. I will check it properly in a moment. But yeah, I am desperately trying to keep this car under control. I can hopefully show the couple of cars I have got in a moment. Yeah, this was built by a random wheel, so it's got some interesting design decisions on it. Like, that's what's going on here. And I've got another one I built, which actually drives better, even though there's leaf springs on the back. And it's not got the power of this. They both have carburetted engines because that's what the wheel decided. Fuel injection was available. The wheel did not let me have fuel injection. This is a 4-litre engine as well, as per the wheel's commands. Okay, I don't know what the best lap was. I think I had a clean lap there, most probably. So, what's it? Provon Harris, is it? Sorry if I'm butchering that name. I may have messed up the lap. I don't know. So, I think I have. You know what? I'm just going to keep going. Like, I think I had another lap and I didn't realise. So, if this car has lost, it's my dumb mistake. But I think we'll get an idea. I think the other one was quicker just because it was controllable. This one, it's only got a 3-speed transmission as well. That is not helping in the slightest. Oh dear. Believe me, the other one, like, I had none of this. I dented a wheel, but the other car was not this bad. I mean, I'm desperately trying. And it's a fun thing to drive, I won't deny that, but when you desperately need the grip and you're on these cross-ply rally tyres. But I will be taking them both off-road, and I suspect that's where the 4x4 system and the tyres that this has, the rally tyre compound, will help it. So I can go into free roam after this, because I have tested the other car anyway, so on this particular course. So that's something. And come on, I should have shifted into first. Yeah, it's just so crazy because the other car had similar transmission, but it had 8 gears, not 3. So we've just got so much to change. This also has magnesium wheels, and the other one had steelies. But yeah, the brakes as well. It's got drum brakes on the front and carbon ceramics on the back. Very curious decision. Like, I would never have done that if the wheel didn't tell me to. But I had to let the wheel control the build, as per the rules. Come on. I somehow kept it under control there. Granted, that is not going to be the best lap. No less. I keep stopping. That was not the final lap. They only do 2 laps. I have really messed this one up. Now I'm getting used to it though. I know the limitations and I know where I can push it, so it's definitely not as bad. It also has a V10. I should have said that sooner. Not a V8. Ow. Ow. Crunchy. Ow. Come on. There we go. Somehow holding it together. It's flying now. I get the hang of how to push this and when to push it. It seems like it's absolutely flying. Come on. Yes. Oh dear. Floor it there because I can't think of anything better to do in that moment. Come on. On we go. First gear. Come on, come on, this way, this way. We're going forward, we're going forwards. That is all. So, it's slow overall because I stopped. Okay. At least, I messed up a couple of laps. It's clear it's quicker than the other vehicle. So, it's clear it's quicker. I mean, by how much? It could have probably been even faster if I'm entirely honest. But I messed it up bad. And that I will accept it was my fault. Impact detected. Stopping car. I can probably restart this. So, this is what we've got here. It's got the most blinding lights ever known to man, because rally. And what do we have here? Vehicles. The Wheel Mystery Party Wagon. Spawn new. There we go. I think I know which one's better looking, but I think this is interesting that this is slower. But then kind of expect that it's kind of a high-speed circuit. The fact that this got us close for speed really proves about the cornering, I would say. Yeah, there's no kidding. Like, this one clearly looks cooler. And both of them were per the wheels design decisions. Like, you wouldn't think, would you? Like, this is definitely a bigger car. It's supposed to be a mid-size SUV, but it still looks smallish. That's how things are. So if we get a normal car, let's see how a normal car would compare. What's the epitome of normalness of all cars in the game? I want to find something not too big. Honestly, I think the Pessima, is it? If I can find where that car is hiding. That is probably like the most normal of normal cars that ever was normal. Somewhere. Yeah. So let's get this just looks V6. This should be an interesting comparison. The most normal car, probably the most normal car in the game. This car doesn't actually look as unnormal as it could. I mean, the back end is a little goofy, but aside from that, this looks pretty normal. This one also, it looks, I would say, a lot more sporty than it is. In reality, it's this crazy, uncontrollable monster of a car. So yes, I mean, visually, it's clear to see. I think this one wins visually. Personally, but I can understand the charm of the Car RS Frog Edition, and the Pessimo is just good looking, but still, there's always going to be favourites. The colour of this was chosen by the random wheel as well, so that's why it has such a weird colour scheme. We do need to go, and we need to test them on some off-road circuits. So of the two, despite my terrible one, we know for a fact this is, at least to a certain level, quicker than this. Let's go and see where we are. More time trials, that would be it. And I feel like we need to find a track that's kind of off-roady. Utah Adventure Off-Road. I feel like Italy should have some good off-road ones, but there seems to be a limit. So I've got Gravel Hill Climb 1, Gravel Hill Climb 2. I want something which is lapped, so I don't think any of these will do. I know Jungle Rock seems like it might have some off-roadies. There's a port time trial. I do want something that's kind of off-roady, though. So, Small Island, USA. I mean, again, it seems like they're either longer point-to-point, or I don't know. Now, Utah, don't fail me. Road Course 1. Old Mill Loop. A gravel loop. This seems promising. So, I'll do 4 laps. And then I'll get the other car. We can return to the party wagon. The mystery party wagon. And then we'll go back to the more rally type vehicle. It could go either way. I was trying this on briefly on the Italy map in the new quarry. And it was kind of... how do I say it? It was understeery. But it did clearly have some grip. And it was quite easy to control. Which are definitely things that help when driving off-road. So how we go about this is another thing. Like, the other one I would say would theoretically be quicker, but we saw that car can be very difficult to control. So even though it was ultimately quicker, it was harder to get that car quicker than it was this one. So I'm going to go in, put it in manual 1. Oh dear, it's not gripping. It's on a sport soft tyres though, so it should still be okay off-road. They're not semi-slicks. Because as per the wheel's choice, it gave me radials. Not radial waste, but it gave me radials and it gave me those ones. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, we've got 4 laps though to do this properly. So if I think if I go a bit gentler, I think it can gain some grip. I just have to learn, unless there's a straight, not to floor it. Front wheel drive V12 is an experience. Not a very powerful V12 though. That certainly does also make a difference. Probably makes this more controllable, to be quite honest, on this terrain. I trust if this had 300 horsepower on these tyres, it would probably not be all that controllable. Oh, there's a big rock I want to avoid. I just fear if I start pushing this, it'll be so easy to mess it up. It is quite stiffly sprung, but it drives pretty well for a stiffly sprung thing. Like, it will bounce and stuff, but it's not completely uncontrollable. It's just kind of at that stage, it's not really going to be a comfortable experience if you're inside it. And oh dear, that's a very tight corner. I just lost all turning there. Thankfully, I was going slow enough that I could just stop it. Carbon ceramics on the front and rear, they're not going to be an issue. Oh dear, I went too far to the inside. Why have I got screen tearing? Slow it, slow it, slow it. Engine is off, apparently. Yeah, I mean, this dirt at times, it can wreak havoc on this vehicle. It's got 265s front and rear, so they're not awful tyres. They're obviously not the widest in the world, but they're not awful. I mean, we've got to go and, there we go. I would say there's limitations, but it depends how the other bounces and stuff. Because if this was going to win anywhere, it would have been on the track. This is off the track, and it's a really long off the track moment by the looks of it. Longer than I had anticipated. thing is, I'm using power here. I'm not using the full power, but I am using some of the power available. I'm just scared of it because I feel like the wrong moment on the wrong piece of terrain and this is not going to grip. I can try and do the initial de-gutter technique to a point and just like hook the wheels on the inside of the track. I could also like gear up. Going into a higher gear does seem to help. And that looks like it's the start-finish line. No, it isn't start-finish line. We are learning. We are learning that this track is a lot quicker than I anticipated. I'm kind of getting used to it though. You know, like, it's obviously not got the most grip because of the tyres. I somehow got that checkpoint. We don't ask how. We just know I got the checkpoint. In some sense of a word. It did not like that hill though. Oh dear, please don't go too wide. Thank you. So we have got to, we've got to try and survive, basically. Like, I can feel this thing going wide. I spoke too soon. Right, I may be able to save this. Can I node grabber it just to try and get this thing pointing in the correct direction? Alright, so I think I've developed a weird plan. Okay. Come on, okay, I think I've got it, This is not how you're supposed to drive on a dirt track like this, but I think I've saved it. Like, I said about just trying to survive. I've at least got a lap. Okay, so... Can we drag this back on? Ah, I'm clicking off the display. That is not good. I will get you back on. Even if this lap is ruined, I will draw you back onto the track and force you to work. I may just stop at the second lap. I don't know. Come on, please. Yeah, this is very low. Like, the irony of the SUV handling worse off-road than the actual, sports car body. I have managed to get this back on the road pointing the correct way. It took a bit of help by the node grabber, but the car isn't destroyed. The car is drivable, and I will take that as a victory, to be honest. Like, I can keep driving. I don't know if it's in perfect alignment, but the fact is it's going. I still have a chance. Granted, not this lap. Because I don't think you can just reset it without completely starting over the time trial scenario. So that's why things are going this way. Oh dear. Come on, accelerate. Please don't fall off the track. It's just I think the track flattens out a bit and grip gets better, and I just got used to that. And then I went at the start section of the track faster than I should have. Okay, this was actually an improvement. I managed to get around that corner better than I did last time. I'm noticing a common theme though, stick to the inside of the corners because it just generally drives better that way. For all it's worth, the thing doesn't handle awfully. It goes, it slows. It mostly corners even on the dirt. I just have to remember the thing has limitations. And pretty clear limitations, so I'm going to have to slow it here. Going a bit wide, I think I can save that. Yeah, I've not hit the rock. Oh dear, we're going very wide there. Just spinning the wheels in a desperate attempt to find some traction. Stay to the inside, but not too much to the inside. I mean, I can go for it, but we saw before when I was really going for it, there's some serious downsides. At least the cornering feels okay. The front end is a bit bent up, but I think mechanically the vehicle is fine, and that's the important thing. I can keep it in third gear, and it seems like at third gear it's fairly comfortable. I mean, this is supposed to be the more controllable of the two, but it is not on dirt tyres, so I don't know what to make of that. Come on. I mean, the other one is just rapid when you get it right. This is generally fast, fairly fast, but, you know, there's limits to its speed just because it doesn't have power. I'd prefer this one over the two-wheel cars I've built. I think this is the better of the random vehicles. And we can slow it down here. Okay, I think I did go a little wider there before. I think that is an improvement. I think I very almost missed the checkpoint there before. That was wide, but it was good in general. So I feel like I'm learning how to extract more speed from this when I can and can't push it. And no, as I say that, yeah. At least there is a silver lining here. At least, well, not the car being okay. I mean, that's certainly a good thing, but yeah, so just try and grab that. Come on. We are back onto the track. At least, as I was saying, at least we are before the start-finish line. Yeah, this car is in a bit of a state, though. No less. Somehow things have gone in a way that could have been worse. At least one lap is the one that's ruined. I won't have lost much time here at all. So I'm not saying I won't have lost time having an accident there, but it's like, at that point, I was already pointing the correct way and stuff. Oh dear, made a mistake here, made a mistake here. I do not want to make a mistake here again. I don't want to live those memories all over again. Come on. And we're going wide, but that's okay. Come on. Slow, slow, please slow, please slow. Thank you. We are on carbon ceramic brakes. If only the tyres were the kind of off-roady tyres that would really make use of these carbon ceramic brakes. It's been kind on the brakes, and it's generally been kind with this car in just against all of the things it could have done to mess me up. It hasn't messed me up as much as it perhaps could have. Come on. Floor it. I think I'm going to have to slow. So that's the next checkpoint. Don't want to go out too wide. I'm learning slowly to be a bit careful, to carry more speed. So it's taking time to get the best of this. But I'm learning how to get the best of it. Like, this lap has been generally pretty good. So, it's not the world being kind to me, it's just luck at this point, why I haven't completely thrown this car off a cliff to an unrecoverable level. Also, probably because it bottoms out before the suspension can launch it off anything. Mind you, the bottoming out isn't as much of a problem as you may think. Like, it means it's at times issues to, you know, not having the travel. But on this course, in general, it's fine. I think if we go like that, yeah. Seems cutting that corner in this particular car doesn't really have any downsides, which is interesting. This is a way I didn't think I would be taking the circuit. I can't be bothered going into first gear, turning it around and all that to get this checkpoint. I think I said there was no disadvantage to cutting that corner. There was a disadvantage to cutting that corner. It was kind of famous last words thing. There we go. Anyway. Flooring it? No, I'm not flooring it anymore. Interesting, it seems to get more turning when I lift it. That is a very interesting observation. So it means if I keep accelerating, and maybe even if I brake because there's no ABS, it's going to understeer. But if I lift off, it seems like it balances a little and it gets some turning. That is very important information because that's going to help me get a lot more speed and even stability out of this vehicle. I would say it's going to be surprising if this beats a rally car, but I feel like with enough practice, I am learning how to use the resources available to me with this car. Fourth gear, it's oddly quiet though. Like, this engine is going full aggressive noise pretty much everywhere, but it is not as aggressive in fourth, which is bizarre. I know the power curve is very odd on this, so I have a bit of a lift there, and it does help it around the corners. That could have been a lot worse, actually, given how wide I went, and I think this means we're heading on the way to the finish line. Do not want to go too fast around here, but also do not want to slam on the brakes. Well, that's it. That's how we've done. The car was going to get finished eventually. I got a lap, which was less than horrific. And then everything fell apart from there. So we're going to have to try the other car. I mean, I think I could leave it at like 3 laps. I don't think I'm going to make any more use out of it than 3 laps. To be honest. Not like this car had any more than 3 laps. Because I just completely destroyed it. I don't know. Like, this is almost certainly going to win. It's actually on rally tyres. Okay, so we've got to hopefully use the gearing properly as well. But the gearing not being great is less of an issue here than it was on tarmac. If the other was going to win at anything, it was tarmac. Mind you, it did get a lap. I can just only hope it saved it. So we'll go... Yeah, we need to go on here. I do like the visuals of having the rally lights, though. Certainly more interesting to look at. Oh dear. Come on. Maybe this will come alive, though, and it'll have much better grip than on the tarmac. It's possible. Oh dear. Slow. Slow. Please slow. This is so much better. I mean, I don't even have to pretend this isn't painful to drive. It just isn't painful to drive. Like, granted, I can't go full out all over the place, but it actually slows as well, even though this has got drum brakes on the front because of wheel things, and it does still have that kind of iffiness when you're really pushing it at its limits. But you know, it's like, it's that kind of thing. If you know how to drive, you can work around its issues, and it's actually a pretty good thing to drive. Ow. I'm going too far to be inside there, but this suspension is also a lot more forgiving. That means more than you can imagine on this circuit. Come on, we're gonna slow, and then we're gonna go, and oh dear, oh dear. I'm gonna say oh dear. That was okay. I mean, that could have been worse. Ow. I mean, I have to say, this car is just generally the better of the two, but it hasn't thrown me a really weird engine that just doesn't tune very well at all. This engine is a lot more conventional in its setup. Slow. Yeah, again, like, this has brakes when you step on it, and we're not going to be able to cut that corner. There we go. Has got the checkpoint. I can only imagine if this was slower, though. It shouldn't be. Like, I feel this can just carry more overall speed, even if it is, at times, a little iffy. The actual tyres being rally tyres means so much. Go to the inside a little. And it actually takes that bumps on the uneven surface fairly well. Oh, dear. I was going to say, I'm going to throw this car out. I aren't. I was not. I was able to recover it, actually, by just some neat little wheel movements. Going to go into second. I probably shouldn't be carrying this much speed, but it feels safe to do so. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to slow down over here. Probably didn't need to slow it down quite yet. Like, I slowed it down very early. Gonna slow down for this corner. Nice first gear. Should be taking us round. There we go. Not the understeer we had there before. Again, it does tend to snap, but the snap isn't as bad as it could be. It's like, I remember I was concerned about what the wheel was doing building this car initially. It made something that kind of made sense in the end of it all. We're going wide. I think I can recover. Again, it's like, if I tried to brake that late in the other car, it wouldn't have done it. It dived in there, but I was able to recover that more easily than it diving off the cliff. Floor it. Got a nice one. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. See, again, this, you know, just because of the tyres, you can brake in ways you could not brake in the other vehicle. Come on. Oh no, 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 no. We're gonna hopefully rescue it. I feel like I've just taken a terrible line there, and now I'm going to have to take incredible amounts of correcting action. Slow it down. And there we go. Come on. Full lock back to the left. Somehow managed to make that stick. If it has saved a lapse of the other vehicle, this is going to be so much faster. I can already tell. Because you can just get away with things you couldn't in that. Even though I can't go full out the whole time. Those tyres were just not gripping. I mean, on dirt tyres, it'll probably be a different story. But it was not on dirt tyres, and I can't go too far that way. Messed up my line just trying to get the checkpoint. But I did get the checkpoint. Gone up the gears. Oh dear, please, please do not slide off the course. I'm trying to carry more speed than I probably should be. Come on. Round here we go. Ow! Yeah, talk about confidence. Is this car okay? Nope. There you go. They both ended up this way. Says more about my driving than anything, I think. But I think we did both get a good first lap. So shall we see? If we go on time trials. No, it's not showing them. To be quite honest, this is better. Even without the times, I can tell. It took me being stupid to destroy this. So there's got to be some other things I can try. Which swims the best? Ah, here's one thing I can try. There is a... No, I don't want the time trials on there. I want to try taking it to grid map, I think. Or West Coast, where there is a drag strip. That is one thing we can test. How quick does the thing go? So let's go West Coast, I think, is better visually. So we've got that. Let's get the real mystery party wagon. Start free roam. Let's see how the legacy mystery party wagon does. It will be fun to see what else the wheel creates, because so far we've got a kind of road-going sporty crossover from the early 2000s, at least visually. We've got a classic rally car. I mean, what else can it end up designing by accident? Because there's no intent to what it's telling me to do, really. It's just selecting a number, and it tends to like the number 1 for reasons I can't understand. I mean, I have to say, it's like, I like them for different things. The Car RS Frog Edition is definitely better as a... well, it's definitely better as a rally car. However, the Mystery Party Wagon, well, it has 8 seats, which is something, and it's just a lot better to drive on the road. Even if it's technically slower, the thing is just a joy to drive on the road. So I don't think this is going to win the drag race, I'll be honest, but it is on good tyres for the road. So I don't know if that line paved on the track actually affects acceleration. So to be fair, I'll go over it, in case like that is like changing the actual surfacing. In either case, I'll just stick it in drive, I think, because... okay, so we've got the times. Actually, maybe it's best if I go on manual, I don't know. Yeah, manual 1, I can hold it. There we go. So I got to 63 and then I broke. 7.4. It said 7.1. So already this thing is deceiving me. I mean, for what this car is, it's not slow. I mean, don't let that be a thing. It's not slow. But I am curious to see this. How would this compare? I think I took it here last time. But, where are we? So, Shift C. We'll go F7 this at the start on the other side of a drag strip. I trust this is going to be quicker, but I don't know. Maybe the transmission plays against it. It's possible. So we'll go Control R. So I'm going to have to rev this a little lower. Just try and get this right. This will have to do. It's not the best launch, but to get it to go, yeah. Now I need to reset this just to try and get the braking distance. Okay, drive worked. I mean, I think I slightly messed that up. Like, I didn't quite do it accurately. But it's clear, at a similar speed that I slowed, if a bit slower, it took so much less time. I'm surprised it's that big a difference, though. But I guess being on actual race tyre compound, even if it's cross-plies, is bound to help versus, well, let's be honest, a decent set of street tyres. Still, I mean, the variety as well is impressive. So we have, like, this, which is kind of just a very high-performance road car, which happens to have a very simplistic V12, versus a somewhat more advanced classic-type rally car. They're just the incredible difference in what they are, and I'd be curious to see what else it makes. I mean, there was also Bob the Brick, which we don't talk about. I should really get Bob the Brick out, because Bob the Brick is just a fun thing. Where is it, Bob the Brick? Here it is. This wasn't like an official car per se, because it was the test thing, really, to just see how it works. So there's a lot of, like, I guess you could say creative liberties that have been taken with Bob the Brick. And the other cars didn't get quite the same luxuries. But it has still got, like, that real feel, you know. It's still got the kind of just totally random build. So we've got... Let's see. I think this is an auto. Let's see how Bob the Brick accelerates. I believe it may be the most powerful of the three. I think it's like 360 or so horsepower. Honestly, it holds up well for speed. Considering, like, as I say, this was a test. This wasn't actually a fully finished vehicle necessarily. It really holds its own for acceleration, being that close to the other ones. Anyway, for now, I'm going to call it a day here. So I'll say, yeah, let's see the lights. There we go, very bright. And I will leave it here, and I'll say goodbye until